A warm welcome to all the people who are joining with Squad99 YouTube channel. In Squad99 YouTube channel, we have set of people who want to elevate their life to the next level and to see the silver line among dark clouds. That's why we came up with a special segment called Experience Sharing. So far, we have done 3 such experience sharing sessions, and this is the 4th one. Today, we are going to talk about personal branding. To do this, we have invited to a gentleman. He is a strategic leader, corporate trainer, and a human talent developer, and a head of training of a multinational reputed insurance giant. He is none other than Sumendra Jara. A warm welcome to the show, Sumendra.
Thank you very much, Dhananjay. Thank you very much for a gorgeous compliment, I would say. Okay, it's a very pleasure to be with you here, and I'm so privileged to share my experience and values to your channel, Squad99.
So, Sumendra, what is a personal brand in your view?
Well, a very good question. Let me start with what is a brand and then come to personal brand. Is that okay with you?
All right, okay.
Apple challenged the world to think different. Nike encouraged people, regardless of age, gender, or physical fitness level, to just do it. Adidas creates positivity at all levels through impossible is nothing. BMW positions it as ultimate driving machine. Disneyland attracts all ages by creating the happiest place on earth. Facebook describes and grow at all levels and position, move fast and break things. Our motherland Sri Lanka attracts tourists, a land like no other. This is a magical island like no other, packed with national parks, timeless rains, unforgettable journeys, golden beaches, refreshing mountains. Over the years, these recognizable slogans have morphed into rallying cries, setting the tone for how each product and community communicate and identify itself in the market. In just a handful of words, these slogans have told a story and influenced how people perceive the organizations behind them. Together, they represent the power and potential of branding. Dhananjaya, branding reflects how that organization acts, how it serves people, the value that the organization shares, and how the organization projects those values. A strong brand stands out in the crowd and gains more sales, increased awareness, and better customer experiences as a result. Dhananjaya, but branding isn't just only for products and organizations anymore. Every human has a story to tell others. Especially professionals like us, each have their own story to tell and goals and skills and expertise to share. In today's increasingly digital world, a personal brand is no longer a nice to have title, but it is expected from a professional. Dhananjay, I would say a personal brand is in many ways similar to a corporate brand. It is who you are, what you stand for, the values you embrace, and the way in which you express those values. Just as an organization's brand helps to communicate its values to customers and stand out from competition, a personal brand does the same for individuals, helping to communicate an unique identity and clear value to potential employers, clients, as well as recruiters. Dhananjay, I believe personal brand is how you promote yourself. It is the unique combination of skills, experience, and personality that you want the world to see you. It is your unique story, and it reflects your conduct, behavior, spoken and unspoken words, and attitudes.
Thank you, Sumendra. I got a comprehensive yet a simple explanation about personal branding.
Pleasure.
Let me ask you another question. Why do you think personal branding is important for an individual?
Well, Dhananjaya, certainly, as I said earlier, the personal branding is one story. That story can play an important role in establishing or boosting your success. Your personal brand should highlight your strengths, establish a reputation, build trust, and communicate the unique attributes that you bring to your current or desired role. Cultivated well, your personal brand will signal to employers whether you will be the right fit for an opening or not. The trust and confidence are significant elements for your success. How you create more confidence and trust on others' mind is based on how you create your personal brand to appeal to others.
Most of us think that personal branding is important to impress others, but today only I got the correct idea of building the purpose of building personal brand. So let me ask you another question now. How can we build a personal brand, Sumendra?
Okay, very good question. But I need to give you a lengthy answer. Is that okay with you?
All right.
Developing a personal brand might sound challenging, but there are incremental steps you can take to build credibility in your field. Let me share a few tips to help you create an authentic personal brand and amplify your personal life and professional career. In order to build a personal brand that accurately reflects your personal and professional identity, you first need to know who you are. Be introspective and create a list of your personal strengths and weaknesses. Now, one may ask how you can do this. You may ask yourself the following questions. You can ask, in which areas of work do I excel? What motivates me more? What characteristics have others complimented me on? Which area have others repeatedly helped me with? Which roles or activities seem to drain my energy? Which area of work where I spend hours on without feeling tired? If you do not have right or straightforward answers to these questions, you can always ask your friends, your family, your close associates, and your colleagues how they would describe you. Once you are more aware of different facets of your personality, you can decide how best to brand it. Keep in mind that many people struggle to choose a specific niche because they don't want to limit themselves. Dhananjaya realized that your personal brand, like many corporate brands, will change as you grow personally as well as professionally. The best strategy is to choose a particular area you would like to focus on and let it evolve over time. Secondly, what I would suggest is your personal brand is more than a reflection of who you are today. It is a roadmap of where you to go. In addition to understanding your existing skills and competencies, assessing your strengths and weaknesses as they relate to whichever industry or career you want to break into next. By doing this, you will uncover the skill and traits that make you distinct as well as the areas where you need to improve or gain new knowledge in order to advance. Dhananjaya, forecasting where you want to be next 5 to 10 years and the attributes you want to be known for can help you better determine what steps you need to take in order to get there. Before you start crafting your personal brand, you need to determine who you are trying to reach. It means you need to define your target audience. Is it other industry thought leaders, an individual at a particular company, recruiters? You need to decide that. The sooner you define the audience, it will be easier to craft your story, because you will be better understand the type of story you need to tell to influence your audience and how and where to tell it to. Let me take 2 examples. If your goal is to reach hiring managers and recruiters, you might start by creating or uploading your LinkedIn profile. Why? Because more than 80% of the recruiters leverage social media to find high quality candidates. And of those, more than 85% use LinkedIn. On the other hand, if you are a videographer trying to impress existing clientele and attract new customers, you might choose to tell your story via a graphical expression or a visual portfolio where you can better express your wide range of talents. Dhananjay, these 2 examples highlight how you could influence your audience using different methods. It is important to map out the most preferred career you want. Find out who the thought leaders who are in the field you are interested in, and don't just follow them, but research about them and adopt what is most suitable for you to highlight you in the field. I would say go online and find about their blogs or where they contribute their thinking. Look for people who are successful and examine what they are doing. Learn from them and try to imitate them, and then do your own thing better. But keep in mind, your authenticity is very important. Sumendra cannot be Robin Sharma or Jay Shetty, but I have a lot to learn from them. Next, as you begin to conceptualize your personal brand, spend some time crafting an elevator pitch for 30 to 60 second story about who you are. Whether you are attending a networking event or an informal party, having an elevator pitch prepared makes it easy to describe what you do and where you like to go in your career. You need to come up with very short, concise things to say, stories which frame your attributes in that right light. As you cultivate your ideal personal brand, it's important to network regularly to grow your personal circle. Connect with peers and industry thought leaders by attending formal and informal networking events. Dhananjay, the more connections you make and the more value you can provide in your interactions, the more likely it is your personal brand will be recognized. At these events, don't be shy about asking fellow attendees to meet again for a casual coffee chat. And remember, if you don't get a chance to connect at the event, look for alternatives to reach out to spark a conversation. Having current and former colleagues and your bosses endorse you in one of these easiest and most effective way to define your personal brand. It is allowing others to communicate your value for you. Just as a business might cultivate customer reviews and testimonials for use in sales and marketing collateral, you too should cultivate your own reviews in the form of recommendations. I would say social media platforms like LinkedIn is a great place to ask for endorsements, because these recommendations will likely catch the eye of many potential headhunters and recruiters, creating better opportunities for you to grow. Dhananjay, believe me, I personally believe one of the most important aspects of personal branding is others.
Thank you, Sumendra. Now, I wanted to ask you this question now. Can social media contribute to personal branding?
Very good question. I think it's timely question you ask. I would say like this. With so many different social media tools available today, your online presence will likely look different depending on the medium you choose. While your story should match across all platforms, once you know where your target audience is most likely to turn, you can double your efforts in telling your best story there. LinkedIn serves as a professional social media tool and is the ultimate site for defining your brand. The best way to use this network is to participate in groups, make introductions with people who interest you and ask for recommendations. And also you can give recommendations too. These platforms help you to build a strong online branding. Please remember, Dhananjaya, to complete your profile. It is common for users to leave sections of their LinkedIn profile blank. Complete profiles get more hits and it helps to further strengthen your branding. Since I told about online presence, please remember your brand is more than just an online persona. It is how you carry yourself at home, in the office, and even on your daily commute. Your reputation is everything. Those who frustrate or annoy others, that will come back to haunt them. The more opportunities you have to work with others, volunteer for projects, and assert yourself as a leader, take them. That part of your brand. Leadership comes from how you behave, how you act, and how you inherently interact with people. That's real leadership. That story you tell, combined with those everyday interactions, ultimately define your personal brand. I have mentioned several times that control is essential when it comes to branding. Why? If you don't take control over your personal brand, people will form their own opinions and your brand will grow without your input. Don't let it happen. It is very dangerous. Instead, become purposeful about everything you share with your audience. Control the information that you release to public so that you retain control over the narrative. Even if you make a mistake, you are still in the driver's seat. You can figure out the way to navigate the future while still retaining control over your brand. So I think that's how you can actually build a personal brand. So these are few tips. So we can further discuss if time permits within the given time. These are the things we can talk about how we can build personal branding.
Thank you, Sumendra, for sacrificing your valuable time to do this experience sharing, and it was a very fruitful session. Looking forward to have another session with you to talk about this personal branding further.
Hopefully.
So Sumendra, I wanted to ask you this question now. What do you think about our Squad99 YouTube channel?
Great. Thank you very much for inviting me. And also, Dhananjaya, Squad99 is one of the real motivational channel. In today's world, motivation is significant element for one's success. And I think you are contributing very reasonably to society, and keep it up the good job. It's a really good channel. Squad99, wish you all the very best for your great success. And thank you for inviting me today.
Thank you very much. So friends, this is the end of today's interview. And looking forward to have another interview with our resource person, Mr. Sumendra Jayaram, in future, and with other resource persons as well. Looking forward to meet you again.